Listen up, fellow nerds. If you love everything from comics, movies, gaming, wrestling, TV, collectibles, and more, you're in the right place. Welcome to ODR Talk. When you're ready to talk, 25 ODR.
What's going on, guys? This is the third installment of ODR Talk. Again, I'm here with Chambers, Will, and myself. Today's topic is brought to you by Chambers. It's his turn. This is the third one. This is the third week, third one. So we're just going to roll on out. Chambers, what are we talking about today?
I kind of want to talk about Star Wars.
I love it. I love the topic. Very broad, but there's a lot to discuss.
There is.
I just want to say hashtag Han Solo shot first. Just something I want to get out of the way.
Yeah, you open the topic and he just throws that out there. The comments I can already see spamming if we have people even watching.
He shot first.
I know he shot first. I saw the original.
He did like a Vash the Stampede fucking dodge when Greedo shot.
Oh my god. That was so stupid.
And any of y'all don't know who Vash the Stampede is, please watch Trigun.
Just okay, look.
Very good, very good.
For those of you watching this, I swear to God, you may not be old enough to have seen it, but the VHS version of the Star Wars film.
Oh my god. We lost them. All of them.
What's a VHS?
We lost them.
It's gone out with Laserdisc.
I'm still, yeah.
No, back when you could rent movies from Blockbuster.
Yeah. Okay. Back when you had to be kind and rewind. Okay.
And you always got the people that didn't rewind.
Okay, we're getting... Calm down. Calm down,
Anyways,
Turbo.
Tangent.
They didn't have the rewinder. Okay, so Han Solo shot first. Okay, in that scene where he's sitting at the table with the
Greedo.
Now with Greedo now, and it's because Han Solo is he's a smuggler.
Yes.
I mean he's kind of a bad guy.
Nope,
It's just how it is. I mean, I know the film portrays him as a good guy, and that's fine, but he's a bad guy. Let's get this straight.
He only does stuff for money, so...
Yeah. Now the
go ahead.
remake, when you watch it on DVD, someone has decided to ruin the film. Okay? Make it where Greedo lightly shot first, and then Han Solo returned fire. That is a lie. That didn't happen.
Han Solo basically looked like he had the Force because he predicted the fact that Greedo was going to shoot and did, like Mitchell said, a Vash the Stampede dodge where he basically just teleported about 3 inches sideways instantly.
Not only that, and this is one of the things I wanted to bring up. I did not want to bring up the Han Solo shot first because it's a
Sore
heated
subject.
topic. Yeah, but I did want to bring up the what in the hell, or excuse me, why in the hell did they make it where it shows a full-bodied shot of Jabba the Hutt actually moving?
Well, they're trying to give him some depth, and I understand that sorta, but
I understand that.
there is something.
But the computer graphics.
I understand. They're a little. You have issues with that kind of stuff, and I get that. And it was a little trashy, yes. But what I want to bring to this discussion is that I think Luke Skywalker is the most evil person in Star Wars.
That's a stretch.
It's not, and I will. Will, your rebuttal to my question or statement?
I'm just curious as to where you're going to go with this.
Okay.
Yeah,
First off, he hangs out with a random old man in the desert while his family is killed. He's not home to protect them. He's hanging out with some old guy. He couldn't have
protected them. He would have died. He had no training at that point.
You don't know this.
He would have died just as they would have. They had nothing. He didn't have a blaster.
It was in the books of the movie.
He didn't have a lightsaber at that point.
Nothing.
Well,
actually, he got one, but
I'm just saying
that was because he wasn't there.
Okay.
He got one from the old man.
Fair. You know, he learned to be that. Fine. I'm just saying he's never there when you need him.
Listen, if his aunt and uncle
Go ahead.
wouldn't have purchased droids from Jawas and would have just gone to this normal store and bought them like a normal person, none of this would have been happening.
This is true, but he also talked about he also shot. Hold on. He also talked about shooting defenseless animals.
This is true, but you know, as they referenced in Family Guy, there are 2 sons and no women. So what is he supposed to do?
Oh, speaking of no women, and this man makes out with his own sister, and I don't know where incest appears within the dark spectrum between Jedi and Sith, but I'm pretty sure that's on the Sith. He's a Jedi. He should have sixth sense about these things.
He wasn't a Jedi at the time, not full blown.
That's probably, you know what? He probably did sense something, and it was probably something more along the lines of forbidden, not supposed to happen, so it's exciting.
This is true. Okay, check this out. Most Jedis are normal-looking people, right? And most of your Siths are augmented, yes?
Okay.
He's got a robotic arm. He's augmented.
Okay, that was first off. Let's go.
Who in the Star Wars universe almost doesn't have a robotic arm?
This is fair. This is fair.
So many of them have lost arms.
Yeah,
that's just like a normal. That's like a normal dental procedure for them, I guess.
And
like, somebody else came in, lost their arm, and a lightsaber.
And in Return of the Jedi, he's wearing nothing but all black.
Okay, that's what I was going to say. If you want to bring that up, that was mainly in Return of the Jedi, which happened to be the last Star Wars episode. Except for now I know that they had The Force Awakens and all that.
We're not talking about all that, but also look, the rebels are trying to band together to stop the Imperial, and where does he go? He goes, hangs out with another old man.
Yoda's not a man.
But
he is a creature.
He's a little green thing.
Green thing.
And I'm pretty sure we just got blasted with comments about what type of creature Yoda actually is, but whatever.
I forgot. Okay, there's not much on what his species actually is. Thank you very much. I've already tried to look that up.
We'll just call him a Namekian.
Oh God! What did you do? That's not what we're gonna call him.
I can just hear the hate mail coming in droves. But no, really, I don't think Luke's a bad person. But if you look at what happened in these movies, it wouldn't be a stretch for him going to the dark side.
Oh, I was gonna say we don't know if he has, because in The Force Awakens it only shows him for a brief time.
Why did you have to say that? Now I'm picturing him as a Namekian. Oh God!
With the battle armor and everything.
Yes. Yes, I am. Oh God.
Okay. So let's change the subject so we can get off this. Who do you think had the best looking lightsaber? And I'm going to narrow it down to three of the Sith. Okay. Dooku, Maul, or Vader?
I mean, my personal, as far as the way the actual lightsabers looked, I'd say Maul.
I'm gonna have to go Dooku.
Yeah,
I like the handle of Dooku's. Even though yes, the dual blade was pretty cool, but I kind of like the curve.
Yeah, no, I get that.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with him there too. It's gonna be. I mean, I would say Vader, except for his was kind of blocky and uninteresting to me.
Now, a lot of people don't know that if he didn't have all that augmentation on Vader keeping him alive, which is Anakin, that he would be the most powerful Sith in the world, in the galaxy. The
Well,
augmentations limit his powers, because supposedly he could do Force Lightning if he wasn't trapped in all that leather and that light bright on his chest.
Light bright. Yes. Darth Vader was extremely powerful, but got very limited based on the suit and everything else that happened. You know, the fact that he was mostly more robot than he was person now.
Yeah.
Well, that was his own goddamn fault.
Well, you know, he thought he was a badass, and turns out
He was a badass? I mean...
he was, just not as badass as he thought he was.
Now, also, I have a question on when they're going after I think it's the second, maybe the first Death Star that they're going to go destroy. How did they get that one pilot in that X-Wing?
The fuck are you talking about?
Really, Mitchell?
I'm just saying, out of all the fighters, that man was a little out of regulation. That was a tubby man.
Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about.
He's talking about the one that they referenced again on Family Guy, where his X-Wing was barely staying above the Death Star, and he just basically skimmed into the Death Star and exploded.
But,
yeah, no,
okay, let's get serious. I'm getting goofy, I know. Death Star versus the Planet Killer, which they were both Planet Killer, but I'm refreshing from the new movie, the one that was actually the giant cannon within the planet.
Death Star.
I kind of like the planet one better because it kind of looked cooler. It looked like what the Death Star should have been.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. But all bullshit aside, I say the Death Star was a better. I say it was a better weapon because it had the one weakness, but
it had some build-up.
It did have some build-up, but it had one weakness, which was a lot harder to even think about getting to than the planet thingy.
I'll give you that.
And it had the same capabilities as the planet weapon. It did. It had that weapon. It just had a hell of a goddamn charge up, just like the. Well, I mean,
the one inside the planet was able to take.
And that was the sun.
And that was
the Sun Eater.
The Sun Eater.
The downfall to the Sun Eater is it took out a whole goddamn star to do it.
On another subject, if y'all remind me, in the comic book, Superman also had a Sun Eater, but that's for another day. Back to Star Wars.
Mm-hmm. Well, in Death Star didn't have to eat a star to do that. It just charged it up and did it.
That's true. I did like in the newer movies how they showed the Force power, that you could actually see it as a distortion.
Yeah.
Then it just happened.
Yeah, where and goddamn, I hate even mentioning his name, but Kylo Ren, where he stopped the oh my god, it's not. I'm about to piss a lot of Star Wars fans off, but the phaser beam in midair.
It's a phaser, I think.
No, it's not. I can't remember the name. I've been playing too much Star Trek online. It's a
phaser, right?
No.
Well, they use blaster.
Yeah, well.
And I agree with you, though. Yeah. I did think that was cool how they froze that. But what I have a problem with is the fact that
Kylo shouldn't have took off the helmet.
I know. Well, yes, that should have never happened.
That should have never happened.
Granted, I know he was shot. I know he was injured. But the fact that she caught up to him that fast whenever he can do things like stop a blaster bolt.
Yeah.
How in the world is she able to catch up and beat somebody that quickly with no training other than, oh, if you close your eyes and listen, the
And-
Force will talk to you.
Well, technically, if she was doing it off of just pure rage, then she was kind of going toward the dark side.
Yeah, which would have made her just as powerful pretty quickly.
So that's very interesting there.
Yeah, I think what they're trying to do there, is kind of making it where she can find the balance between the dark side and the light side.
There's no balance.
I'm
The chosen one's already turned into a 8-foot tall mecha.
He thought he was the chosen one.
This is true. Big man to kill children with a lightsaber. But anyway,
And force powers.
yeah. Something else I did not like is at the end of the last Star Trek movie, and I don't mean end as far as what we've got now. I mean the original 3 trilogy end. Them changing the ghost of the older father back to what it looked like the young Anakin. I did not like that. His astral projection of the Force. Because if they're doing that way, then Yoda and Obi-Wan should have looked young too. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, it's not very appealing though to the eye to look at what was underneath Darth Vader's mask.
But that's what he was. He was an older person.
Yeah, fair enough.
Well, yeah, because that's the other thing too, though, is I'm with you. I don't like that they redid.
No, I'm
He was
with you, but I mean, it's kind
because
of
that's when he had basically. I mean, I know everyone's wanting to go. Well, that's when he was originally good and everything. That was kind of his turning point, actually. That was right around the time frame where he started turning. The original films showed that astral projection form as whenever he was at his latest state, which was also whenever he had finally realized that he needed to get rid of the Emperor.
Yeah, they also could have. What I think they should have done is taken the age that he was, and just made him project what he would have looked like had he not gone to the dark side.
Well,
I feel like they could have done that.
That was kind of what they did with the young Anakin, but it still just
No,
didn't make
no.
any sense.
Yeah, because they made him young, and everybody else was the same age.
And can we talk about a technological advanced the Empire, multiple money backing, and they're defeated by Ewoks?
Wow.
I mean, sticks and spears took out chicken walkers and things like that.
Yes, and getting off topic for a second, Tony Stark.
Tony Stark, what? What'd you
Did
say?
he not get beaten by the Wakanda village?
He did.
That also used similar stuff. Granted, it was made out of a strong metal that nobody else knew about, but vibranium. But that's off topic. So
We're not gonna talk about the rarities.
Yeah. But it's just Star Wars was always a good movie set for me. I had the original 3 on VHS like you.
Yeah.
And I like all the parodies of it, and I like the newer movies of it, even though that some of them get a little little crazy.
Yeah. But I'm not a diehard hate Star Trek, love Star Wars, because I like both. Obviously, because we play Star Trek online.
Yes.
I like both of them, and I'd like to think that they both have their pros and cons.
Well, we're going to start wrapping this up because I can't get nothing to queue, but it's been an interesting conversation. But I want to leave y'all with this. I'll leave y'all with this, and then we're going to end it. I say, in an upcoming video, if we can find some guests maybe that know a little bit more than we do about this subject, Star Wars versus Star Trek.
Oh, yeah, we can do that.
Hey, I actually had a friend who was gonna try and make.
Who would win? Who would win in this gauntlet?
Depends.
And before we go, just so I can spark the internet and see what happens. So when Picard piloted the Millennium Falcon.
Oh my God.
Oh God.
And everybody just left.
But with that, guys, it's been fun. This has been another video. Like, share, and subscribe. Subscribe to our podcast, our YouTube channels, which is Darklash20, Slingshots Unlimited, Honey Badger 951. We're working on this thing each week, guys. Hopefully you're starting to like it. Hopefully we're getting some followers, or I just broke the internet. But thanks, guys. And like always, I'm out.